everybody, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be doing a mold review. We're going to review our swim bait mold, okay? And in order to understand some of the challenges that this particular mold presents, we need to take a look at a couple other molds as well. This mold, this is our lizard mold. It comes from Enforcer Baits. But you can see the runner here. We inject at the top here, and then the runner comes down there, and our bait cavities are off to the side. And here's another type of mold, another mold. It's the same principle, except we have bait cavities on both sides of the runner. All right. Now, what makes this other mold kind of challenging is the fact that it has the boot on the end of the bait. Here we go. This foot down here on the end of the bait like that, all right? So you might notice that our injection ports, there's only one cavity coming off of each one of these injection ports. And the reason for that is that with this type of a swim bait tail, a 3-axis machine can't cut it. You can't lay the bait 90 degrees this way and get that tail in there, which is the direction that the bait would need to be laying in order to use a runner like in this mold here, or this other one. So in order to be able to do a laminate, we have to do an individual injection on each cavity, and that presents us with several difficulties. There's several challenges involved with this. One is the mold is standing like this, so we have gravity working against us. Okay, instead of shooting the plastic into the mold like this, okay, and then having the only time gravity's in effect is in the runner, and then the stuff comes out into the side, into the cavities in a pretty decent manner, a nice even manner. But that's not the case with this mold here because gravity's working against us. Okay, another one of the challenges that are presented with this one is this piece here. This is what gives us our hook slot in the bait. Okay, and when the plastisol hits this, it disrupts the flow and causes issues with our laminates. All right. The other thing that causes issues with the laminates is the design of the bait itself. You notice how fat the belly is. Okay, the top color only has to come down like this, right? So it almost always fills the tail and up to about here first, just because there's nothing extra. There's not as much. There's not enough of the secondary color, the bottom color, to fill the belly evenly as the back color is coming down. But we have an idea to fix that today, or to try to fix that. It's going to take some practice to get that down. This mold here is also and we won't make you guys watch all of it. We're going to take these out. We're going to show you how to put the eyes in, and also how we put the bloodlines in. Okay, so for now, I'm going to use, because I'm practicing today on this, I'm going to use remelt. This is for our fire tiger color, and we're going to practice with that because I had quite a bit of remelt there. So we'll be right back when I've got all the plastic remelted. Right? Well, you'll be right. You can do whatever. I'll do YouTube now. But I'm going to get this stuff remelted so we can start showing you how this works. Oh, well, another thing, well, actually, maybe we won't go away just yet. 3 minutes on that. One other thing we need to do with this mold is we need to warm it up. Okay? It just shoots better. You get better laminates if the mold isn't just room temperature. These actually feel a little bit cool to the touch right now. So we want to make them feel just warm to the touch, and that should be good enough. So we're going to do that and melt our plastisol. And now we'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back. We're ready to start this process here. We're going to go ahead and shoot the bloodline, and then we have the other two colors. They're warming up. We're going to go go ahead and shoot this Bloodline, and then while these are cooling, it shouldn't take too long. We're going to go ahead and start putting the eyes in the mold in each bait. Now, I don't know why. I really don't know why I heated up so much plastisol for this, because you see the handles are barely moved. Yeah, this one doesn't. I could make 2 ounces of plastisol and shoot this mold 4 or 5 times, easy. So yeah, I kind of overdid this one. All right. Especially since this makes 40 Bloodlines at a time. So yeah, we don't even need to keep this one hot. We just let it sit over there and start cooling off. All right. 30 seconds on that. We need to keep that stuff warm. All right. The first thing, how we put these eyes in the mold is we're going to put a little bit of glue down here in the eye sockets. Okay. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to do it by. I have this spray lubricant, 3M, general purpose stuff. I'm going to use this old core shot worm, stick bait. It had a defect in that thing. Anyway, I'm going to just spray the end of it in here in that little box. I spray it in that box. So that I don't get the overspray everywhere. Anybody who's ever worked in a place where you have to spray adhesives, you know how bad the floor gets. Well, I don't want my garage to be like that. So here we go. And it doesn't take much, just a little bit, just a little dab, just like this, down each eye socket. Okay, just like that. And that's done. I'll pull that back in there, cap that, and we're ready. Okay, now the eyes for this bait here, just because I'm going to use gold with black. All right, we're going to go ahead and set these down here. I'm just going to set them, and I'll put them in I'll get them into the eye sockets here in just a second. Okay, the eyes are laying in there. Put these over here. And now what I do is I used one of these hook slot pieces here. And I'll just because that one was upside down. Okay, there it is. Now I just get it in position and give it a quick little press. There we go. Oh, where'd the other one go? Oh, here it is. The way the light was shining on that mold, I didn't see that one. All right, here we go. Oops, that one's not quite right. Looks a little better. Okay, I think they're all okay, except not that one. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, now what we're going to do, we need to open up this mold and put our Bloodlines in the mold. As you can see, this thing made a ton. Let's pull these off real quick, lay them down here. There's 4 for that side, 3, 4 for this one. All right, let's just hang that there for now. And I use this again to help just get that down into that slot. Just press it in like that, and it's good to go. It just stays there. I have yet to have one of these come out, one of these Bloodlines, but I have had an eye come out a time or two. Mostly just because I was being cheap and didn't want to use the glue again. Alright, there's that one. Okay, we're almost done with this part. Let's see here. I want to do this one more time. Let's go another 30 seconds. Oops, here we go. You can't roll these into, because they twist. And then you have to go get a new one because you screwed it up. That's a problem. There's a bunch of them right over there. All right, here we go. Okay, now we put these in. We put our hook slot. Oops, And you always need to put the hook slot over here because of how you put the mold together. We'll get that backwards one time. So live and learn. It's like with everything. All right, here we go. And I really, really like these rivet nuts. They're so much nicer than wing nuts. All right, that mold's ready to shoot. And I think we'll double check the temperature on our plastisol here, but that should be ready to go as well. All right. Put our blending block back together. All right. And now, today, this is something different that we're going to try. Normally, this is our twin injector, and this handle here, this bar here, is intended to make it so that as you press here, both plungers come down equally with the same amount of pressure. But today, and I don't know how it's going to turn out, how these baits are going to turn out, but we're going to show you no matter what it is. But today I'm going to practice using unequal pressure in an effort to try to fill the belly of the bait a little bit quicker so we get a little better landing. I have no idea how this is going to turn out because I haven't ever tried it before. So let's go and check our plastisols here, check our temperature. 318. Green out. That's about 330, 330 or more. We're going to stir this, see if we can't get the temperature down a little bit. It's a little bit too warm. Actually, I think I want these around 310, 300 to 310. Now it's down to 320 now. Let's check the orange. The orange is just about right where we want it. All right, and now the green is too. It's amazing how quickly those cool off when the plastic cools off when you're stirring. Okay, we want the orange on this side and the green on this side. The green is going to be for the back of the bait, for the back, and that's always on this side. As long as we have the ribbon that's facing us. All right. Ooh, this is different. Usually I just pull up on that handle. I really haven't done this before. Let's do this, and we'll suck up some of this over here. All right. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try, when I push these, I'm going to try to push the orange down a little bit faster than the other one. Let's see how this turns out. Hopefully, there we go, there's that. It's full, a little pressure, okay. Go to the next one over here, let's try this. Ooh, I think this is working. Maybe. We'll find out as soon as we open up the mold, huh? Okay, let's move over to the next one here. A little pressure, right? And we also want to shoot this one as slow as possible to avoid mixing them because we're fighting the gravity. Okay, there we go. Should be full. All right. You know what? I'm gonna do this over here, and I'm gonna top off the sprues with the green. It's gonna top all off, okay? A little bit that one. Okay, now we just have to wait a minute and see how this worked out. Go ahead and pull this off. Yes. Hopefully it's just a matter. Hopefully that we have good results here. Hopefully we have some good results here, and it's just a matter of a little bit of practice to get it perfect. But I think I'm on the right track. This mold here, It came from Angling AI. It makes a fantastic bait. We just have to get the laminates down. And of course, it figures that that I got the mold. They made 3 different sizes of this bait, 4, 5, and 6 inch, and it just figures that I got the hardest one first. This is the way that sort of thing works for me. But that's okay. That just means that next time, when I get like say the 5 inch, that's going to be next. It'll just be easier. I'll have all the hard part done. Or at least that's the theory, right? Okay, let's go ahead and clean this up. We can probably give that just another minute or so. Yeah, just a few seconds or so, whatever. Let's put this up here on jump in. All right. Clean out our blending block here. And this is a pretty good idea here. Whoever came up with this, because when I pull that out, okay, there's no waste there, and there's just somehow we got a little bit of orange in this here, but that's okay. But still, that's the only waste of the blending block. The rest of it goes back in the cups. And the less waste you have, the better, I say. All right, you know what? Let's go ahead and set this down. I think we can go ahead and open up see what the baits look like. You know what? First, though, I'm gonna take a sip. Just for luck. You know, it's kind of funny. I have all these bottles of whiskey up above on top of the cabinets in the kitchen, and I was looking at them the other day, and all but one of them were a gift. This is the way that works out. I only have to pay for one of them. The one I have tonight is called Ben Nevis. It's a Scotch. It's really, really good. Okay. Oh wow. This is one of the best laminate jobs I've done so far on this mold. Let's go ahead and pull these out of the mold. We'll take a look at them. Get rid of these. Oh no, we lost an eye. This one doesn't have an eye on that side, see that? I don't know where it went. That's one of the few times I've actually lost an eye. Okay, so we have a one-eyed bait now. Okay, but look at this. Look at the laminates. Look at the laminates on. I think I'm on to. If we pulled out, this one has a little bit of green down in there, and that's okay. I'll get that. But if I pulled out some of the ones that I've done before, you would see what I mean. This one here, we needed a little bit more pressure on the green, and this one would have been beautiful. You can see the line in it. Okay, so I think I've not only made a nice video for you folks tonight, but I've also learned something on how to make these baits, how to do the laminates a whole lot better. I just need to make sure that eye's glued in a little better next time, huh? But this mold is it's fantastic. All the tails. Sometimes on these baits that have the boot like this, sometimes the feet don't like to fill out very well. I mean, you get little like air pockets in there that the vents don't let escape. But that's as long as you don't shoot this mold real fast, shoot it nice and slow like I did today, and all the feet come out perfect. I'm still just amazed at how well that idea worked to remove this bar, this one thing here, just how big of a difference it made in these baits. We will definitely be making more of these. I didn't pull the sprues off because we hang these to cure, and we just stick it through the peg on the pegboard. But other than that, I think we did pretty good today. We have a baby bass color that we're going to be making, just like this now. The big issue was the laminate, getting the laminate just. It doesn't have to be perfect because bait fish aren't perfect, but it needs to be better than what it was. That's for sure. So, but we have it better now. and it's just a matter of some more practice. I have more plastisol here to do that with. I still have some from the baby bass and the rainbow colors too. But now I feel confident, a lot more confident in my ability to make these baits, and that they'll be in a sellable condition every time. Because if you screw this one up, you can't just toss this in and remelt it and just shoot it again, because, well, it's too color. So yeah, these are awesome. Next week we're going to have a video up on a custom order that I'm going to be making in just a little bit, and I will post that video next week. But for now, as always, if you have any comments or suggestions, go ahead and leave them down below. If you liked what you saw today, hit the like button. Don't forget to share. You know, right? Honor our mothers and fathers. Mom always taught us to share. Okay, so share it with everybody you know. That'll be a huge help. It would help keep us bringing these videos. And hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. That way you'll get notifications when we put up a new video. And until next time, tight lines and calm waters.